Hello, happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope everyone's having a nice day. We're back jumping in as Eli. I think Sonny wanted to get all of the staff together. Eli should be more than staff, but anyhow, we hungry. Everyone's in here. There's a horse there. Guess we'll go check telegrams. Oh my god, it's still at the stables. Oh, it just isn't coming horse. I thought whichever horse, if you only had one horse, that was your... Oh, it's another day of rain. There's some on here. we're getting some food cooked, and then we'll head to the house, see if anyone's back there. If not, we'll wait till daylight. We might do a bit of hunting with more pork and turkeys. The expert cooking skills of Eli. Heat a pan, throw food in. Basically one type of meat. Last one. That'll keep him going for a little while anyway, like a couple of days. He's gonna do more hunting anyway. And he does have some. He got some venison on him. So. Now he can eat. There we go, and some water. Oh, ammo, we should have that over here so we get enough of them. Sorry. So that's $1 a box. So just in case, we're gonna get 2 of them as well. Set them out on the horse. Okay, so we have this gun. There's no ammo. Move that across here. We're gonna move that across. The pad across for now is here. One. You can't do it on the horse gun. The arrows, we got our out just in case. That's where you could load arrow in. On the horse, we can do it on the horse. I just be stupid. Yeah, nice, that'd be good. That would be customized. White handle? Isn't that great?
got it?
Hey, Juicy. Howdy.
Oh, cool. You wish.
I really don't.
What exactly you really want to do with this place?
No.
Quincy, this is Rex. Rex, this is Quincy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Let me see what last one's.
I'm hearing good things about you.
I appreciate it. From who? Sonny?
Yes,
Sonny
sir.
hates me.
Well, maybe only to your face.
No, I was just joking. So, how do you guys know each other?
I walked into the right bar.
Understood. How you doing, Eli?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing alright.
Well, Rex, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. The lantern light really does do a nice shine on those boots.
Oh, we're still on about that, are we?
Listen, sometimes you got one joke and you ride it till it dies.
I see how it is. Well, Quincy,
Yeah.
what color are my boots?
What color are your boots?
Mm-hmm.
Say like a tan.
So you wouldn't first go to yellow, correct?
No.
Funny that, isn't it, Rex?
I don't know if I'd call it funny as much as I think we need to get a proper doctor look at his eyesight.
They are light brown. I'll accept tan, but they are light brown boots.
You know, yesterday, Quincy, these boots here, according to Eli, were brown. Now they're light brown, tan. You know, them colors are closer to yellow than brown.
You want to see fucking yellow? Alright, hang on a second. Fucking hang on a second.
Listen, I'm just...
This is fucking yellow.
Yeah, those are yellow. Those are like...
Where'd
Yeah,
Laz
oh.
go?
It didn't seem to come out.
Laz?
Yeah, I didn't see him come in or go out.
This is yellow. Notice the difference there?
Has anybody else seen you wearing that outfit?
No.
Okay, because I want to be the first to tell you look like a giant fucking banana, Eli.
I didn't wear it for fashion. I wore it to prove a point that this is the color yellow. I went and
Understood.
bought the outfit yesterday.
Gotcha.
You did not. You bought that. Did you buy
Yes,
that?
I fucking did.
Oh, hell.
I could just see you riding through roads now. Oh,
No,
God.
no, no. And then by the time I got back, these motherfuckers had gone asleep.
Well, we was pretty tired with, with all the boot talk.
All the boots.
And so get a load of this. Hey, you
find
like
Mars
his
funny?
brown outfit? It looks real brown, don't it?
This is what yellow looks like, son.
Does anyone have
No, I did not on me.
What was that?
do you
It
have
look-
a lantern?
Oh, no, I don't. I've been meaning to grab one.
What the fuck?
Listen, if I'm being completely real honest, this outfit actually looks pretty good on you.
It does not.
No, honestly, it does. I'm gonna be completely honest. It fits you, Eli.
Oh, it really does.
No, I'm gonna get changed. This is far too many items involved for me. If any. Where the fuck is that? It's Miriam.
Howdy.
I would fucking love a banana.
It's all good.
Anything seems superior.
Can I ask who you are?
Get the fuck out of here!
advertisement said that you were looking for caretakers and staff. Is this true?
You're not welcome here.
I did not think so. I will look elsewhere. I'm sorry to have disturbed you, Cosmo.
Can I ask your name there, sorry, ma'am?
Miriam Houtlingen. This kind young man and I have some unpleasant history. I meant no offense coming here.
It's
Miriam
fine,
Hart-
just don't come back.
Miss
If I
Harlan.
may,
He's asked you to leave.
No, hang on a second. I'm not asking.
No.
No. I need to have a word of you, and we have a friend in common. Now, we'll take it off the property, not to cause issue here with Sonny.
of course,
I'll head up out of the gates, sir.
that is
Thank
just
you, Eli.
No problem.
If I may, Cosmo, before I go.
Yeah. That's the person who plays Apollo. Like,
I,
if you know Apollo, the voice is creepy as fuck. And they were borderline cannibal for a while. But they were good friends with John. My worry with this is John left it to Cosmo. Oh yeah, they can do great voices. Like, John left this to Cosmo to do the rehabilitation, and with obviously John being suspected dead, Cosmo's taken over, but Cosmo's bringing in all these people to help, but my worry is that they're going to turn it into a gang somehow, because Cosmo loves a gang, but they're trying hard not to. And it's about rehabilitation. So surely they could... Fair enough, Miriam did. Cosmo shot Miriam like 4 times at one point. So Eli would want Miriam to be involved somehow. Exactly, you gotta have that neutral side. Though, if... So, John and Cosmo signed a contract, and if Cosmo does anything illegal... My accent is English, so, like, I'm from the north of England, but I live in the south of England. But yeah. And then I throw the shittiest American accent out for Eli. But let's see how this conversation goes.
how typical. I come looking for honest work, and I find a man who I was tormented and been tormented by. There really is no justice in this world, is there?
No, I don't think there is. Would we be able to talk for a moment, Miss Hartling, and I should let you know I was a very good friend of John Gallows.
Yeah, I've heard the rumors. The fact that you even know my name is something in of itself.
If
Most of the people.
I can explain more if we can stop for a moment. Unless you,
all
you can
means.
stay on lecture if you like. I know the name of your horse. I probably know more than you care to imagine.
The fact that you know the name of my horse, Matter Hair, is evidence of that in of itself.
Where are you from yourself?
So, I know that you are called Eli, that's all I know.
Yeah, Eli Fields. Me and John go way back. I don't know. Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you, Fields.
Pleasure to meet you too. John spoke extremely highly of you. Not at first, I'll admit. When some of the first conversations about you were a little bit more skeptical, but as the months went by, he spoke fondly of you and the friendship that you two had grown. And the truth is, when what happened to John happened, he sent me a telegram. I was in charge of what we call his failsafe. I sent letters to certain individuals, but then I was given instructions to get in contact with others, and you were one of those names. I don't know what happened to John before you ask. I just know he was on his way to a place called Havenport, which was where he had a family home, and he didn't make it there. That's all I know, but I know that he did want to share how much he cared for you. And if it's any consolation, he wanted you to be a part of this place, and I'm gonna, unless you don't want to because of your history with, well, Cosmo, who now goes by the name Sonny.
If I may stop you there, Herr Fields. As I have just said, whatever transgression might have been between I and Cosmo in the past is thoroughly water under the bridge. Since I have interacted with him, I have been shot multiple times, and since then I have visited a way and then bloomed. I truly have nothing against the man. I was a creature, and I am not about to deny the fact that I am both of those still. However, I recognize what it means to at least be human. And if Cosmo truly can appreciate this fact, which I doubt he can, then I will happily continue to work for Herr Gallows, even if it is in spirit.
Well, I know that John would want you here, and I'm here on John's wishes as well. I'm going to speak to Cosmo. Remind him that this place isn't called the Olive Branch. And you two have a history, that is undoubtedly for sure, but maybe you can, with time, be able to get past that, but it's going to take letting bygones be bygones. But I can't promise anything. You know as well as I do how stubborn that little shit is. You have an ally with me. I would very much like you.
Thank you, Herr Fields. If you truly wish, but you think you can convince him here and now to at least give me half a chance, it would be greatly appreciated. I can leave all my weapons on Lecter if need be. They can search me.
No, that won't be necessary until we open, but just give me a moment and let me try and speak to them. I don't know how much they'll listen to me. They don't entirely trust me yet.
That is just fine. Would you like me to wait by the gate?
I would for now. I'll be right back.
I will not bother getting on Lecter then.
Swedish. I imagine the Swedish accent is quite a hard one to hide. It's quite a strong accent. And if your friends say you sound Swedish as fuck, then I guess so. I have a friend in server who's Icelandic. He plays Bob Volkov. And it doesn't matter which character he plays, like his Icelandic accent comes through. Good job. Sorry, where did Sonny go?
Inside.
He's inside, but one second, Eli. If you don't mind me asking, how do you very well know that person?
Because I do. That's about as much as I can say right now.
Hmm.
Does it matter?
Well, a lot of things could matter here.
Alright, well,
But,
let me tell you how it is. The person
Alright.
who runs this company, John Gallows, is my
Yes.
best friend. I've been brought
Understood.
here by him to oversee this place with Sonny. The people that John knew, he told me about and who to trust and who not to trust. And that person up there is someone I am to trust. That is how I know them.
That is a very easy and reasonable explanation.
Yeah.
That is all I was asking. I'm
And-
trying to step on any toes. We just got to know the information going in here if we're gonna work together.
But
Now, Sonny is inside, sitting by the fire on the left.
thank you very much.
They're a little rattled, just so you know.
I know. Eli is starting to get annoyed with stepping through hoops. Sonny, may I join you for a moment? I know about your history, Mary. John told me all about it. Told me what they did. Told me what you did. I'm not here to judge either way. But this place is the Olive Branch. Hasn't enough time not passed? The-
No.
I don't think that's the right way here. And I know that of the list of people I was told to trust, Miriam's name is on that list, as is yours.
Well, that's for John, not for me. And Travis and maybe, but right now, no.
Well, I'll tell you how it is, Sonny. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm here on John's behalf, not yours.
Then you fucking listen to me if you ain't going anywhere.
No, you listen to me as well. I'm here on
No.
John's behalf, not yours.
No, you ain't John.
No, I'm not.
You can pretend to be.
I am not trying to pretend to be John, and you watch who you're talking to. You have no right to speak to me. I'm not speaking to you in any way. I'm telling you, I am here on John's behalf, and he told me who to trust. And I trust John. And John told me to trust Miriam. And I'm not asking for them to be around here all the time. I'm asking for that olive branch to be starting to be shown. This place is about rehabilitation. And the fact of the matter is, you don't get to pick and choose when you're comfortable with rehabilitation. We're open to people to try. They are here to work, not here to antagonize. They're stood outside the gate and they won't come in. They won't have any weapons on them. They're trying to work with you.
I don't trust them. I
John
don't trust
did.
them to be. Then that's good for John. And if John was here, then they could be a resident. But he's not. He's dead.
Well, I am, and I have John's authority.
Good for you.
So she will be coming in.
She will not be coming in.
Watch me.
I think you're forgetting something, Eli.
I think you're forgetting something, Cosmo.
The contract I signed upon John's death, it gets signed over to me.
Yeah, and have you got proof of John's death? Have you got proof of that? I didn't
Just a
fucking
letter
think so.
You sent me. Who the fuck are you anyway?
I've told you exactly who I am.
And how am I supposed to believe that?
I can show you all the letters from John. That don't bother me. You want to
And what, you
challenge
could've
me?
taken them
Challenge
off
me.
of his person.
Taking him off of his person, letters that he has sent to me over the years. Photos of us
Don't
together.
Trust you.
I don't care
That's
if you
simple.
trust me or not. I don't trust you. But I'm here to do what John's asked me to do. And you're, first of all, you take away the biggest part of the business for him.
No, I am not. Once we are established, then maybe I will consider it, but you must understand I have history with that woman. I have
I'm
history
not
of
on
her
about that.
antagonizing me over and over again.
I am on about the fact that John opened this place not just for rehabilitation, but for people in need. Yesterday you turn around and say when it starts it's just going to be rehabilitation.
Do you
That is not
understand?
what John wanted.
I understand that, and that's why I said in the future we will, but you must understand I am one person trying to hold this shit together.
No, you're making it one person trying to hold this shit together.
Because how do I know I can trust you? Who the fuck else do I have? John's obviously not here, he's dead or somewhere.
Well, the fact of the matter is, your contract don't mean shit unless you have proof that John's dead. I am here with written confirmation.
And I am not just saying it to do with the contract. What I am saying is I cannot operate with that woman here. And I am just trying to get this off the ground right now.
She is under my protection. She don't have to be here
Then you
today,
can
but when
deal
this
with her
place,
elsewhere.
when this place opens on Monday, she is to be allowed to be a caretaker. You don't have to talk to them.
She is not to be a caretaker. She can be here, but I will not hire her.
No, I will.
Then you can do that elsewhere.
No, I will do that here where I'm supposed to
You
be.
have no affiliation with this place other than what you say.
I have
and
more of a
don't
fucking
believe
affiliation
you.
than you do.
I don't believe that.
And I don't believe
I don't
shit
know
that comes
who
out
the
of your
fuck
mouth.
you are. John never said a word about you. How can
And
I
you
trust
know
you?
why. And you know I can't say it in front of people. Don't fucking
I
question
don't
John.
know it. I'm sorry, there are far too many questions here.
Far too many questions, my ass. You know exactly. I explained to you in private who I am to John.
I know what you said, but I don't know if I believe it.
You don't
And
have
you
to
now
believe
coming
shit.
here with somebody who antagonized me, who for all
I
I
didn't
know
bring
could
them
be out
here.
to kill me. How do I know that?
Ask them. I didn't
And
even
what,
know who
they're
they
gonna
were
agree with you?
until they said their name.
You evidently knew who the fuck they were.
Until they said their name, no, I did not. All I have is a name.
Listen, look from where I am standing. I get a letter that my brother is dead. You then show out of goddamn nowhere, never having heard your name before. You say you know my brother. You immediately make yourself home here. And then that woman, who I have not seen in months, shows up. Somebody who has antagonized me, someone who has kidnapped me, someone who I have had feuds with. We have unfinished business. And now you're advocating for her and demanding she stays here?
No,
I
I'm
understand
not.
this.
John is. And do you know why John sent me?
you
Because
don't
you
speak
can't
for
do
John.
this alone. Yes, I fucking do. That is why he sent me to state, to speak for him. And he doesn't think you can do this on your own. Because of things like this, because you're letting emotions overlook the fact of what this place is.
Goddamn sense.
It's not goddamn sense. That person has worked for John for months. Hasn't been a problem. Worked hard and worked for him at the vault. He promised them work. No, you don't care. That is your problem. You don't care about what John wants. You're thinking about
No.
yourself.
I have not heard about this. And again, how do I know? How do the fuck do I trust you?
Speak to Molly Bird. Ask if Miriam's been there. Speak to Evelyn. Speak to Apollo. They'll tell you
Then
they
I
lived
will.
at the fucking vault.
Then I will. But until then, she is not to work here.
Until then, you don't tell me what the fuck to do.
You don't tell me what the fuck to
Well,
do.
then she can come where I choose she can come. You don't tell me what to do.
And why do you have the authority?
Why do you have the authority? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling...
Because John left this in my care.
John left it in both of our care because he doesn't think you can deal with it on your own. He
I
doesn't
don't
trust
know
people
you,
you
and I
have
don't
around you,
trust you.
and he doesn't trust that you can do it on your own. It doesn't matter if you trust me or not. I am here to do what John sent me to do. What you think of me has so little effect on me, I do not care. What John asked me to do, and has always asked me to do, is all that matters. And then I have to step on some toes to do that? You goddamn right I'm gonna
Get
step
the
on some
fuck
toes.
out of here.
No.
Get out of
No.
here.
You're not John, and he's the only person who could tell me what to
Fucking
do.
leave!
If you touch me with that, you know that you won't have any of this. You know for a fact you'll have none of this.
y'all calm down
You
now.
know John's contract. If you're going to follow this contract, what is rule number 3? If you cause any sort of criminal act, you lose this place. You want to share the contract with everybody? Put the fucking knife away. I'm not threatening you. I don't have a weapon out. No. I've got every
Sonny.
right to be here. And I am not
Sonny.
moving.
Sonny, step up here, please.
John sent me here to look after this place, and that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. John told me who to trust and who to look after, and that is one of the people up there to look after. Just like fucking you.
Alright, I understand this is heated. Let's all take a breath here. I know I'm new to this. But this is not a situation that can be handled right this very second. Let's take some space and time. I know y'all both are dealing with a lot. But what John did and didn't want isn't something that the rest of us can quite know. And you two need to figure that out. But I'll tell you right now, you both do agree on one thing, that this place is supposed to be something for good.
I agree, and I don't believe her intentions are good.
John did.
Well, that
That's
is...
good for John, but John isn't here right now.
Yeah, you keep
That is
dismissing him real
something.
quick. Good idea. John's business.
I
He
have
brought you
told-
in.
I have told you. Once I get confirmation from Apollo, then maybe I'll consider it, but you must understand the conflict I have with her. Even if her intentions were good, what if when she gets here her intentions turn bad?
Then it's me
People
to deal
change.
with. They're
What,
under
in case
my
she gets me
protection,
first?
which means they're also under my watch.
Again, I don't know you enough.
Yeah, but you know what the
to
difference
read
between me and you, Cosmo, is I haven't pulled a knife on you. So out of the two of us, which one's the more stable person here?
that. Technically unstable.
Fucking pulling a knife on me. And then to stand here on your high porch and to talk about not trusting. Did I react when you pulled a knife? No. Because John told me that's exactly what you would do if I challenged you. He knew exactly how this was gonna go. But the fact of the matter is, I ain't going anywhere for him. So say what you want, do what you want. You ain't getting rid of me. I'm only
Then I
here.
can't deal with this, and then I'll leave in your care.
Fine. Walk away. He said you'd done that before as well.
Shut the fuck up.
No. I don't think I will. Feel free to go follow them, I don't care.
Eli, I hear the conviction in your words. I, for one, believe what you're saying to us.
I understand you didn't know John, so it's hard for you to trust a man that you never met. But you ask most people in this state about John Gallows, they'll tell you he was a man of his word and he knew people, and he gave people chances. I'm not saying the perfect person up there is perfect. But bear in mind, Cosmo, sorry, Sonny, put 4 bullets in them. And tortured them. And that person is here saying, let bygones be bygones, I'm just here to work in the name of John Gallows. They're not here working for us, they're working for John.
I understand. The only thing I ask of you, Eli, is that you give Sonny just a little bit of time. That's all I ask.
Well, they have all the time in the world. Like, just because they've rode off and said they're not being a part of this doesn't mean shit to me. They can come back whenever they want. But they come
No,
back
I
and they
understand.
They don't put a knife on me.
We'll do our best to handle that. You did not deserve that.
It don't matter what I deserve. This place deserves better than that. It's not about the individual.
That's right.
If you could tell the lady up there just to head down here, please. Well, that was heated. Wasn't expecting that.
The gentleman who just left says that there was a lot of tension.
Well, I had a knife pulled on me, so I guess you could say that.
A knife? By who?
By
Do I need
Cosmo.
to ask? I am
They are
surprised.
not thrilled by you being here, but I said that you ought to be a part of this place. So they've left. Whether
What?
they'll come back or not, I don't know, but it don't matter. John trusted
they-
you, and he would want you to be here. That's what I told them. At the end of the day, this is John's place.
As true as that might be, if it means driving away Cosmo, there's not much.
Cosmo will go sit in a cave and then come back. And when they do, we'll have the sit-down discussion, me and them, and we'll sit by the fire and iron it out. Or they won't come back at all, in which case this place didn't deserve them, because this place deserves the best of people.
Is that why he seemed to take off in such a hurry? And
Yes.
that lapdog of his followed shortly behind.
Yes. John told me not to trust that lapdog.
Herr Stefan. Well, if there is nothing else to do,
You wanna have you been to this place before?
I apologize. By all accounts, he was here first. As much as Herr Gallows would have liked for me to have been part of this, and I would have very much appreciated the work, I could not tend to a place like this all on my own. And if he and his lapdog and his friends have taken off so suddenly at the drop of a hat because someone who upset him, well, upset him. I did threaten to do various things to him in the past, but that was going on maybe a year ago.
And to be fair, they have made you pay ample times for that.
You are telling me,
And I reminded him of that. So,
and I assume that he probably said something along the lines of,
She deserved it.
no, they just kind of swore to me. They are checking that I'm telling the truth with Apollo and Evelyn. Because I said that you had been working at the vault and living at the vault for a couple of months.
this is true. If they want proof of that, they can even ask my fucking cat.
I know that. I'm just trying to do what John would do here, and I don't know. He's fine.
I tell you what, Herr Fields. If Cosmo really does not want me to be part of this wonderful little company that Herr Gallows set up, then I will not be. In earnest. I worked for Herr Gallows, and his friendship meant a lot to me. But, in fairness to Cosmo, no matter how much of a petty, miserable little stressed pissant he might be, he was here first. And since I have made it my objective to be as Eveline would tell you, fat and happy, forgiveness has been one of the many things I have tried to give, and forgiveness I have gave. He was here first,
It's
and
not
I
how
will
this
not
works.
encroach.
It's not how
Is
this
that it?
works. This is the olive
No?
branch. We can't expect people to change if the people working here can't do it either. I'm sorry, Miss Hotling, but I reject your proposal to walk away. Because that's not what this place is fucking about. You know the truth of all of this is that when I spoke to John and after his breakup with Miss Bird, and he then was on about starting this and he found this place, he said that his first resident was gonna be Cosmo. Cosmo doesn't even realize that they're here as a resident. He's bringing them in charge of rehabilitation so they can rehabilitate themselves. The only way you can do that is by letting go of the anger, letting go of the pain and the resentment and that need for revenge and that need for power over someone, and just accept that things happened in the past. They need to learn. I understand if you want to take a step away, but to be fair to Cosmo, they said maybe on Monday when we open, and there was more people here that he trusted, which I don't like because I know about who Cosmo used to run with. Here they come back.
Well, if I'm not driven from away entirely, won't you entirely reject my proposal of leaving in order to not encroach on Cosmo's partial property? Then I will stay.
All right, but yeah, just give me some
Mr.
time.
Elijah.
Elia,
Elijah, sorry.
sure.
My mistake. Would you have a moment to just have a little civil conversation?
I was civil for most of that until someone put a knife on me, but sure.
Knives.
Who am I talking to? You or to Sonny?
Well, if you and I could have a word, that would be great. Maybe you don't know me too well. I'm Lars Stefan. I'm representative, one of the main donators from this establishment.
No, I do. John told me all about you.
Yeah, I work with the Four Horsemen saloon establishment, and we enjoy putting money away for this project. We believe in it fully. Now that whole got a lot. It didn't make too much sense, any of it, because it got very heated in general. And I was hoping we could maybe talk to get some sort of compromise working. Now I don't really know who is in charge of the project in general, or who does what. And unfortunately, I haven't met you before as well.
No, that's fine.
But I feel like everyone here just wants to get this whole thing going, because it's a project people believe in and everything, and they want to do some good, and also do it in the memory of John, who a lot of people, well, maybe not some of the workers, but I mean, I know you told me he was your friend.
More than that.
You said that out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Cosmo was obviously very close to him as well. So I think it would just benefit everyone if this all worked out for everyone, so that everything can get completed in his memory. Now
Can you stop saying memory until we know he's dead? I understand what you mean, but I do not like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was something that was confirmed.
It's not confirmed yet. No, it's
Okay,
highly
well,
suspected.
Okay, I'll refrain from saying his
No
memory
problem.
then. But nevertheless, he was the one who founded this whole, and it was his idea. Now I don't know the full history between this woman and Cosmo and everything. From what I heard, it is both sides have done wrong against each other.
I can give you a very brief rundown from what I've been told from John. So that's an impartial person in this, because they're in the middle. And Miriam will be the first to admit that they were creepy at first, stalking, um, and John wasn't happy about that. John threatened them. Sonny, Cosmo, retaliated by shooting them 4 times. And then, as part of the craze, proceeded to torture them and, I believe, put a bullet in their head. And Miriam has been on a rehabilitation program themselves, as in trying to do better. They worked with John for a number of months at the vault as the caretaker there, and as a guest as well. They lived at the vault. They come with an understanding that it will be difficult, but they are trying to, ironically for the name, put out an olive branch, and they say that they want to continue to work for John. They're not here, and they're willing to not have any weapons on them at any time. They're willing to avoid Sonny and just do the jobs that they're, as long as they're given the respect that people deserve, of just the common courtesy of not insults being thrown or anything like that. They just want to do their job and earn their keep, and I'm happy to pay them if Sonny does not want to give over money to them. That is not a problem, but that is John's wish.
Alright, I see. So it does sound like it's a both-parted feud, I guess.
Absolutely. Neither side is coming out of roses out of the two of them.
No, that it clearly don't sound like it. But I believe that Cosmo's concern is that they has not let it go and is out to hurt Cosmo. He is an extremely paranoid person, and especially when it comes to someone that he knows have been out to get him in the past.
And vice versa.
I can kind of, and vice versa, exactly. Maybe we could try to. I mean, trust ain't something that is just gained from nowhere, or just shaking hands and
no, of course not. No.
Over. So I'm not too sure what to do with a situation like this, because I'm sure you can agree, Cosmo has put in a lot of work in this.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm trying to figure out something that would be a compromise of the both, where they could still work with the project without it, being too much of an effect on Cosmo, or Cosmo being too much effect on they. So it's. But I can't really think of. Do you have any?
Miriam is a caretaker. That is what they do. They clean, they repair, and they stay out of the way. That is what they do. They're not here to be a counselor or anything like that. They just want to help John with what they know. Now I understand where Cosmo is coming from as a paranoid person. I have an understanding of why they're that way, especially with Miriam. That is understandable, but can I be frank for a moment, please? We cannot offer rehabilitation to people and say that people can change their ways if, as staff, we can't even take the steps in that direction. Because what I'm seeing is Miriam is taking those steps. They approached, they respected when they walked away. They only came back when I asked them to come back. They even said then, if this is too much for Cosmo, then I won't do it. I'm just here out of for John. They are making the steps, and I think Cosmo needs to even attempt to make some small steps in the other direction. I'm not asking them to give each other a hug and sing fucking Kumbaya. But you can't start that process of trust if both of you aren't moving in the same direction.
You're making an excellent point, actually, and I believe that is the best point you could ever have made. Cosmo needs to also be able to believe in other people rehabilitating and not choose himself on who he wants to believe in. It can't be a pick and choose. It has to be everyone or none.
Exactly.
I absolutely agree with that. That is a well-made point. Let me talk to him for a second. and maybe I can try to relay the same point just from coming from a different person that he kind of knows and trusts a bit more.
Absolutely.
Maybe it will get through to him.
No problem.
I'll go and see what I can do.
All right. Sorry about that, Miriam.
You have nothing to be sorry for.
Apparently,
What did Herr Stefan have to say?
trying to understand it from their point of view, but they understand it from yours too. That he is trying to find a middle ground. I explained that the middle ground is here, and that allowing you to work and stay out of each other's way and not antagonize each other and start those steps in the same direction is how this works. Like, if they're not willing to do that, then they might as well close the doors here, because how can you... Some of the people that might come here have done unthinkable things. And you know what? It might be to people that we know. Well, not me, because I barely know anyone, but you get the point. But we can't be prejudiced here. Like, we need to show that ourselves. Yeah, let's see if the lapdog can do it. Like,
You're not wrong. Well, if they see things that way, I suppose, won't agree to the middle ground that you set. When they're comfortable, I will start work right away. Just tell me what needs to be done and fair.
We'll see how this goes. I don't know if the lapdog will be able to do anything, but...
If they do not want me here, that is fine. Maybe after they grow more accustomed to the idea, we will give them the benefit of the doubt, Herr Fields. And if they do not see things our way, then that is a shame for me. I will look elsewhere.
I know we barely know each other, and I know I have a bit of an advantage over you, as John has told me a lot about you. But are you still close, as in talking with Miss Sampson?
We do not talk much as often as we used to, but we exchange letters quite frequently.
Just word is all. I know that her and John were close, obviously, in Apollo, and I reached out to people when I got to state to announce that I was here if they wanted to talk about things, or if I could help in any way, and I announced that I was the one who sent the letters, and I sent one to her for her and Apollo, because John said they're usually together. So I didn't want to have too much of a paper trail going everywhere. Because I don't really want people to know my relationship with John. I just haven't heard anything back. I didn't know if it was because she's grieving, or if she's in trouble, or if she just doesn't care to talk to me. But if that's the case, that's fine. I ain't gonna push, I'm not here to ruffle feathers. John sent me to state to help people, his friends, because he said they're gonna need it.
It does not strike me as something that Eveline would do, avoiding someone. She might be apprehensive, or perhaps she is indeed grieving. I have not spoken to her for quite some time, but in the grand scheme of things, it is no time at all. The last time I remember speaking to her, we were very close. She is one of the few people that seems to always be the same, no matter how much time passes. But I digress. As for that loudmouth boxing announcer, I've never met him. I do not intend on meeting him. If he comes here, you can tell him to keep his distance if he does not want his throat torn out.
Well, that's not quite the ability now. Just say that you're busy.
Would like some fucking peace and quiet.
I'll go with busy.
That also works too, Herr Fields.
Yeah, I heard a lot about Apollo and Evelyn, and some of the stories of them and John. They seem like good people. I know loud, as you say, for Apollo, but
Neverline spoke very highly of him. So I suppose if she can vouch for him, then maybe I can excuse the fact that he kept me awake a lot of the time the vault was open. Because he's a hero of bells.
oh, he's a loud man then.
Very. But the bears were always worse. And the difference was between Herr Alovich and the bears is that Herr Alovich would not threaten to turn me into his lunch. But I digress.
Well, if you do see him, just Miss Sanderson, that is, just check in on him, I guess.
Happily.
Yeah.
But I tell Herr Fields, who is the one on the Whiteshire?
That is, I think from here, that is a guy called Rex. He's
Rex.
working here. Seems quite level-headed, if I'm being honest. Not hot to temper, seems quite reasonable.
He does.
Oh,
He
hang
seems
on.
to very...
The lapdog's coming back. I'll be right back.
I will wait here. I will not bother getting a collector, however.
Alright, so I had a little chat with him. So basically, from what I can get in from him, he's gonna want to talk to Evelyn and Apollo first to confirm some things before he can. Because it sounded to me like he was open to the idea of everything if he got some confirmation from someone that wasn't you or they. Because he didn't really. He told me he doesn't know you
No, that's fine.
very well and everything like that. Would that be something that could work for all parties?
Well, that's what we said at the very beginning. I said check with them first. And Miriam also said that they would happily come back on Monday, and wouldn't come back until they were allowed back. None of us have said it has to be here and now. We're quite happy for that.
Oh, well, then it all seems like it was gonna work out then.
It is, but there is the when they're ready, I will expect an apology for a knife being pulled on me.
Absolutely, that is a fair point. And,
Because this place
understandable.
isn't about that. You know.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was very wrong of Cosmo to do that.
But when they're ready, I'll happily accept
Yeah.
that apology. And there'll be no more said about it.
All right, that sounds good.
I'll pass on the message to Miriam, tell him to wait for my telegram.
All right, sounds very good.
All right, no problem.
All right, thank you.
Miriam,
Herr Fields.
they wanna, cause they don't know me, and they wanna hear from Apollo and Evelyn. You can be trusted, and
I see.
so if you could wait for my telegram, listen, if it's me, you'd be here straight away. This is a small shuffle in the right direction that they're willing to. Yeah, I can understand from their point of view that they don't know me, so my word means nothing to them. Even though I'm speaking on behalf of John, but
It is no bother.
sorry if that
Honest,
causes offense.
It does not cause any. Herr Fields, if I might impart some advice to you.
Mhm.
This is New Alexandria. I've been shot for less.
Well, I'm trying to change that.
And so far, you are at least taking the right steps to doing so.
Well, I've had a knife
Tell us
pulled on
that-
me, so I don't know about that.
Well, this is Cosmo. How much do you actually know about this boy?
I know a lot, John. But we sat and drank a lot, speaking about them and the craze and what they did with you, and when they shot you and such. And,
On more than one occasion. Although, as I said,
Yeah.
water under the bridge.
all right, well, you have yourself a nice day and stay safe. And if you need anything, just reach out. It's Eli Fields, spelt the way you'd imagine.
Of course. I imagine you probably have a piece of paper somewhere with my name on it.
I have many a letter with your name on it. You should
that's
read
right.
some of them. The early ones are quite
Colorful.
colorful indeed. John did not hold back.
No, I cannot blame him.
But the last letters and our last conversations, well, in one of them, he called you an unknowing saint. So, this thing
Interesting choice.
Oh,
Sorry. All right. Well, Miss Harding and I'll send you a telegram.
Please do.
All right, you ride
Yeah.
safe.
Herr Fields, Herr Stefan, alles gut.
All right.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Alright, well that's good.
All right. All good.
Yeah, all good.
Oh, before I
It's,
forget,
oh,
Herr
hi.
Fields.
Yeah.
one
Sorry.
other thing.
Yes. Sorry. How can I help?
This won't take long.
No problem.
If Eveline and Herr Allovich do write back and say that I am who I say I am, and say who I am,
Mm-hmm.
it would be greatly appreciated if you could give me a list of chores for this. I'd like to know what I should bring to somewhere before I start the cleaning
Absolutely.
process.
I'll have that as soon as I'll even start writing that up now, and as soon as I get the all clear, then I'll send that through to you.
That would be greatly appreciated.
No
Because
problem.
it looks like this place has not been varnished in years.
It does need a varnish, and I've heard about your varnish, so.
Asking if the bears are by
Mm-hmm.
tall trees.
Exactly. All right. Stay safe.
Auf Wiedersehen. Alles gut.
I'm sorry about that.
No, fine. Alright, well I'm glad everything got resolved.
Are they just staying up there until they're gone, or are they staying up there for a while?
No, I think they'll come back as soon as they leave.
No problem. All right. Well, I'll be inside if anyone needs anything.
Alright.
You right down there? I need to be in my head for a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Welcome back.
Try not to kill each other. You will. Thanks for your help.
Sorry about that.
There's too much wind shot.
Well,
Nice intros.
now what that used to be for
Sorry to
me
interrupt, I'm
is
just heading to Rhodes.
I find a special place.
Alright.
Hey, I'm gonna run this line real quick. You guys get here.
Was the horse hungry then? No, the horse is not hungry. Has it? What, Maximus? Oh, howdy.
Hey, Eli.
I think his name was Quincy. Look at you excited. Feed the horse, but just have plenty of food. Wow, I've got the horse police here, but to be fair, like, I don't think it was hungry, was it? Like, the core was full. And I fed it on the way to Shadyville, but you know what? You tell me when to feed that horse, and I will feed it every single time. Even if I'm mid-conversation, you tell me to feed it, I'm feeding it. I will drop everything. as much as I like the RP here, the thing I'd like to go to other places. I seem to spend all my time here. At least John had other adventures. I always thought that just meant they were getting dirty or something. I didn't even know what it meant. But now I know it's to do with food, then I will feed them up. I hear my dog barking for some reason. You know, it'll be someone nearby will have turned on a light, and my dog will think it's an alien or something. They do, like, they're an idiot at night time. Like, someone turned on a light. Oh, that's a whole lot of fun. And fun. Lovely. I never knew that. Now I know. Thank you. All my years of playing RDR2 and my year of playing Red M. I never knew that. No, I brush them a lot. But actually, I need to get a brush. Because I've just been wiping them. Forgot that I don't have a brush with me. I should really talk to this one. There's more of a horses here though, so something else is here too. Mars still here? Yes. Mars.
Can we talk?
Sorry, what was it?
Can we have a civil discussion?
Sure, absolutely.
Sorry for drawing a knife on you. I get caught up.
It's alright. Sorry for raising my voice. We have common ground here, Sonny. We were
I
both
know,
put here because of John.
We were. I'm just finding it hard to believe you, you know.
And that's
So-
understandable.
Thank you.
Trust takes time. I'm not an idiot. I know that. And if this was an established business and I could come in and slowly do things and I didn't have the urgency of trying to work out what happened to John, then we'd have that time. And I'm not asking you to trust me necessarily, and you can't make someone trust you, but there's no, I don't mean this in an aggressive way at all, but your trust is not my main priority. Just, if that makes sense, what John has asked me to do, and I know you might not necessarily trust that, but that is also irrelevant because I do trust that, and I have things that he's asked me to do. That is all.
That's fine. But why don't you start trying to work out how John died? I've got it here.
Because I don't have anything to go off.
There's gotta be something.
If there was, I wouldn't be here. Well, I would be here because he's asked me to be here, but it's something that I just don't understand. He told me a lot about the people that were after him and the situations he'd been in. The last few times we spoke, he was holding something back. I put it down to grieving, you know, him and Molly. I thought that he was being overly dramatic, I guess, but not, because he had every right. But I don't have anything to go off right now, but it doesn't mean that I'm not trying. But the only thing I have to go off is what he's asked me to do. And that isn't just things here. Like, the last time I spoke to him was after him and Molly. He came back a day or so earlier. Then he set off a day earlier. He saw me. And we spoke. We shared some drinks, and we talked it out, you know. Fuck the world. Fuck her, for example, is what I was saying. He would never say that, but I did. But he told through those stuff we've heard, but the thing he was hung upon the most about was his idea of the Vault Foundation. And that he had just got to a place where he could help and he was going to lose it all. And I told him he didn't have to do that. And we worked through it, and he decided that he wanted to continue in some way. Which is what we have here, the olive branch. This is his some way.
Yeah.
This meant so much to him that he still had a way of making a difference. So when I left him, he was happy and on his way doing that, and then I got a letter off him the day before I got the telegram. The letter said, well,
I don't want to know.
alright. The letter was, I won't say what he said, but he was telling me what to do if something happened to him. Which makes me think he knew something was going to happen to him, but the letter obviously didn't arrive until after the telegram, because telegrams are quicker. So the first instance I got was a telegram, which I told you about what that said. And then I received the letter. And he meant a lot to a lot of people. And this sure as hell isn't a competition on who's hurting more, who means more to who. It ain't that. And we all have our different ways of dealing with things. Denial or anger or acceptance and such. And maybe I'm lucky because I have a list of things that he wants me to do, and it's, for me, that list is like he's still here. I'm so used to him telling me what to do. He has done for the last few years. Like, with advice or with jobs, like, it's, for me, it's like almost having him here. I just don't get to hear his voice. So.
I understand that I was John's biggest disappointment.
You keep saying this, but you weren't. You know who his biggest disappointment was? Like, himself. Like, because he couldn't... He was so hung up on what people perceived him as. And he thought he had that, and it was taken away from him, and he couldn't beat the system. You weren't his biggest disappointment at all. The main reason he wanted you to be here is because he saw you.
To do this, but you must understand, this is the 10th person I've lost. Okay, the 10th person who's meant something to me that I've lost. So I ain't doing too good. I'm hurt, both physically and mentally, badly hurt.
I know.
I'm doing my best to make this as John would want, and it won't be perfect. It can't be perfect, but I'm trying my best.
I know. And you're doing, in most cases, a really good job. But if I could share just one bit with you that John has said to me about you. That a few times you've gone and done things your own way and not listened to him. You have every right to do that. And they've not always worked out the best. I'm not saying it would have worked out better with the way John said, but maybe just trust John's vision a little. I'm not saying it has to be the
but
perfect.
I can't bring it to fruition. That's my thing. That's what I'm saying right now. Is I trust his vision. I trust if he had done it, it would have been brilliant. But I'm
It's
not
not
John.
what I mean.
don't.
It's not what I mean. I mean, and for a case in point, Miriam's the prime example. You have a history with each other, and we're not getting into that again. That's not. But John says they can be trusted. And you have to learn that, and you have to speak to the people, and that is fine, because you don't know me. I can show you the letters that say that otherwise, but fine. You speak to other people, that's not a problem, but maybe following these bits of advice that John has left to try and help you,
Just
and
Wyatt.
and to help us, might be worth doing.
Fuck it. I don't have long left.
What does
Why
that
not?
mean?
It means I'm fucking dying.
What do you mean you're dying?
Seeing as you're John's.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm done.
Oh.
Literally.
Oh, Kane. Oh, Kane.
Of what?
Hey, just calm down. Just calm down.
Right.
Hey, it's alright, Kane.
Have you had this
It's
confirmed?
alright.
Or do you just think it's going that way?
I
Is
ain't
it-
getting any better.
Getting better doesn't mean dying.
I don't know for sure.
Can't throw things like that around. I won't say anything.
But I will talk to them, decide Monday, but you must understand that woman scares me.
Yeah, no, I know, and I heard about the things that were done in retaliation, so I imagine they're a little uneasy too. But I do believe they're coming in here with no ill will. They even asked for a list of things for them to do so they don't have to speak to you, and they will do them and stay out of the way. I truly believe that they are doing this for John, and because they, as they said themselves outside, they are trying to be a better person, and they understand the mistakes that they made. If we're going to rehabilitate people, we have to be able to rehabilitate ourselves. And sometimes that is uncomfortably letting the slow process of forgiveness creep in. Still protected, still. Just something to think about. I have no ill will towards you, Sonny, and I hope we can work well together. We have the common ground of John. Hopefully you'll come to believe that and see that that's all I care about.
I don't think I'm the right person to be doing this.
Well, John thought you were.
I don't know.
Why do you try and prove John right? I won't push too hard. I'll put a telegram away. I may do some hunting. Sorry if you wanted to speak. I'll leave you to it.
No, thank you, Eli. You be well.
You too. Is that them over there? I don't think there's much more for him to do tonight. Right. He's not going to get work done at the house. Might just go for a ride here. One second. My dog does not like me streaming. Like, apparently tonight he is very... Oh my god, it's bright. It's like I was going to heaven, Jesus Christ. Yeah, oh my god, everything's popping up on my screen. I'm going to crash into a tree. What is going on? I've pressed a button. Hang on. We're good. Alright. Spikes. Okay. And I'm back. Very much a screenshot scene. The golden beams there. But forgot to take one. That's annoying. You know, I'm so lost. I think I'm to the side of roads. Oh yeah, I used to. One of John's houses used to be over there. No, for some reason tonight he's the calmest dog. He's a Labrador, and he usually doesn't give a shit. Tonight, barking at anything. So I went and gave him some cuddles, gave him a little chew. Oh yeah, there's the house near the telephone station. So annoyingly, it's about to be night time, I think, isn't it? So I have to wait till day for some hunting. We got too far. I was all lost there for a moment. Oh, getting those profile pics. You want that afternoon glow lighting, yeah. Gotta love a good poster. It's gonna be a bridge. Oh, cool that they did that. Messages or telegrams. I love a good poster. You know what? We put the gold on them. Like, I kind of like it. It's easy to recognize which is your horse. I'm a fan. Let's go see what's going on in Valentine. I know Henry's not going to be around till Friday. He's taking some time out, which I think is needed. So he can just reset a little bit. So he won't be there. He can't have much money left now. He's bought a lot. There is $35 left. Oh, pigs. Moving horse shop? I don't want to risk it. Oh, it's so misty. And a snake. Those snakes can live to fight another day. I'm not risking it. To Maximus. I think Eli is going to probably reach out to Ash when the business is set up to see if they can do some work experience with some of the people rehabilitating, teach them about horses a little bit and how to care for them properly. So, as a horse trainer, you might be involved in that. That could be cool. Ooh, new blood. That'll be good. I think there's a lot of people really keen on ranch work. And ranch work that's done really well. Like, John, my old character, used to have a ranch, but it can never really get off the ground. We had McFarlane's. It was Hope Ranch, and like, every time I worked there, someone got mauled by a cougar. So it was more med-RP. Yeah, people don't like that it's all RP based, and for the most part, which is a shame because it's really good RP. Ranch RP, so holes. imagine it's disheartening. Yeah, you need to get the right people. Who would be a good person? I'm not too sure, to be honest. Because you need someone who's around quite a bit as well. So you have someone to RP with on it. Exactly, you gotta find those gems in the rough. Those diamonds in the sand and all that. That's a big ass sign. Wuhan's opium house. Oh, that can get fucked. Don't know why I check telegrams with him. It's just habit, I think. He doesn't know anyone. Maybe another finish on the stream tonight. Yeah, I guess I'll settle down one of these days. You guess you'll settle down indeed. Alright. See, stubborn is good. Like, I was stubborn as hell on John. Like, just stuck at it. Yeah, that's usually why I like public, so it's sometimes quite fun to look at. What's going on here? That's someone just stood judgingly. I hate that pose. It's just like they're judging. There's a poker game going on. Oh no, there's not. Just someone stood judging from the window. Local, I think. No locals. He's not been down to Blackwater yet, but he would have no reason to go. Yeah, John used to just go to a business just for the sake of it, just to buy something. There's not much going on. Is there a lot of people even awake? There's a fair few. There's no point me brushing you until we're out of out of state, that's wrong. Out of Valentine. We can wait till daytime, we can hunt some pigs. Get some hog. And maybe we could go see what's going on in there. Yeah, I think that's quite rude of people. Like if you go somewhere, I usually, even if I don't have much money, I'll just buy a drink, for example. Like, because you know, just because it might not add to my RP for the evening, like they've put all that work into that RP. They should be rewarded. Oh my god. I don't know what this is that a following or is there someone on that horse? I think that's just a following horse, right? someone or was that deer? Did someone run into that bush or was that a deer? A whole lot just happened in that little space of time. Oh yeah. With a vault, the amount of like brewing, like distilling food we had to prepare and sending out the invitations every week. Like, it was a lot. Oh, shred. Illegal matches. You know what? Flatneck used to be such a hive of activity. Now it's dead. Oh, you just want to make people happy. That's the right way of going into it. And so I like to give people good RP. It's good to have those heated moments, like just then with Cosmos and but most of the time I just want to help people. My god, you cannot see a thing. It's crazy. Also, I think the gun that Ash left on here, that they sent a telegram saying that I could keep it, which was nice. I think it's engraved. I think it's like a customized gun, which is really sweet of them. Let's also try it nearby. See if we get some wolves chasing us down here this time of night. We'll take the long road. Yeah, she seemed real friendly. Eli's first trip to Blackwater. See that rock there? Let's see what's happening there. The way things are going, I imagine not a lot. People. Are they? Yeah, most of exactly the same. That's cool. But they should really stable them. Got it. Oh, it's amazing. Just leave for a minute. Right? That's what I wish more people did, was stable their horses.
have.
I hate that. This is how I'm looking to rehome a horse. He's new to state. He was working at the. Just got himself a better horse. Was that someone falling over, or it was you, Ryron? Okay. Yeah, howdy there. Have a nice day.
So,
Well, not much going on in Blackwater. So there wasn't much in Valentine, there wasn't much in Blackwater. The Four Horsemen's open, so everyone will be in Saint Denis. So we'll not be going there, because that's going to be a nightmare to see anything. Yeah, camping out is usually the way I do it. I just don't know where to camp out with Eli. He's with John it was quite easy, but still learning where Eli would be. Probably roads, I guess. Seeing the dead tree here is not going to be easy, so that is not the right way. Is that the dead tree? That's the dead tree. There we go. This is the right way. Wait till you meet my other alt. Yeah, you see that? Which is Butch. He's a lot of fun to play. He's my crim. He's part of a group called the Loathsome, but they're when they came to state, they did like a prison break. So the way we did it is we all went from near Blackwater to Strawberry in prison uniforms that we'd escaped from a prison in New Mexico and made our way through the west, and we were making our way across. Got Strawberry, got ourselves together. But he's like a... He's a bit like Dutch Vanderlyn in the sense of he's a charming older man, like, but to be fair, the only thing that they've done is they robbed a store, but with no hostages, but they still got away. But yeah, he's a lot of fun to play, because he's just a schmoozer and a charmer and just likes to talk to people. He's more dignified and knows big words and hold a conversation. I hate riding to roads at the best of times, but I hate riding to roads when it's misty, because the amount of times I've nearly been robbed when it's misty, and I've been robbed once when it has been. See, I didn't really want to play a crim, and then, like, I was quite happy with the one character, and then people asked me to do some bits for them, so, and then, yeah, three friends were like, well, we're gonna do this gang, they're gonna be, older people, quite comical, but, know what they're doing. I was just like, it sounds like a bit of fun. And sometimes it depends how much drama is going on with your main. If they're quite heavy in drama, sometimes it's nice to have that break. Like, John was going through a really big breakup. He was about to be married, and it was ended like 2 weeks before the wedding, like a kind of love triangle kind of thing. And so he lost that. So that meant he lost his business and everything. And he got caught up in a murder that he was being kind of put in the middle of. So there's a lot of drama going on. So it's just like, you know what? Playing a crim where there's no strings attached sort of thing. I was like, sure. That sounds like a good break. Look at that bond increases with Maximus. He loves me. Someone's got a fire a little there. That's fun. Yeah, so we have a rule in our group, which we don't really want to rob people, but if we did, that we would yeah, take something more annoying than anything. We might take a little bit of money, but not like is that an emergency? They're having a dramatic night. Yeah, we're more like to take food or something off them, or something like that. speedy, cougar attack, and cover slow. But that's where they're going. Because I think that was there. Yeah.
Well, there it is.
Let's go check out.
Yep, that's the word in town.
Yeah, lanterns and binoculars is a good one. Ammo is another good one.
If I hear that damn Clementine song again.
They are registered here. So I don't forget. It's also a terrible horse name, but I don't think Eli would be good at naming things. That's why I remember Maximus. John was so anal about naming things. Like, his horses, like, he's a bit like me, I guess. His horses had to come in pairs, and their names would be linked. So he had, like, Spirit was his main horse. So he had Spirit and Ghost. They were a pair. Then he had, like, Freya and Fenrir. Then he had, like, Atlas and Athena. He had Phoenix and Whirlwind, but they were named after his fiancée. But they were still a pair. Then he had... What else does he have? What else does he have? Who am I missing? Who did he just get rid of? Oh, he had Juno and Jupiter. Like, so yeah, everything was like linked. And then he had Whiskey, but Whiskey doesn't have a partner yet. And he actually got rid of Juno, so Jupiter doesn't have a partner. But they'll get them. Oh, god damn it, I took a wrong turn. Oh, let's have a go for this bush. Let's see what this is all about. I don't think anyone's here. He must have gone to Saint Denis. Place to himself. Fine parking. In fact, no. You can go over by our place. Excuse me? Why are you trying to run off? This is a perfectly nice place. I don't want to hit you? Wait, don't run off this time, please. Thank you. Sometimes there's pigs just out here. I can hear them. That one's nearby. There you are. I'm not gonna be able to go chase that one. these outside the front of the house. People can sell them. You heard it. You heard the squeal. Wild boar. Okay, very true. We're in that direction, so that's where we're going. There you go, big one. Maybe it's a wood. Oh, King's Cross people. Yeah, they knew Joe. This is a block. Which server did you go to? Did you go to Ranch or did you go to Wild? Or a different one? I've heard good things about both of them. Is that my horse or are they back? Is my horse moved? Oh no, that's a new horse. Did they take my belt? Or did it just disappear?
Hello.
Howdy.
Is Cosmo here?
No. Not right now, I don't
Oh.
think. The horse wasn't here, so. Can I help you?
Oh. Yes. Lip wants me to tell Cosmo that he doesn't have to come into the city. Lip will come here.
Alright, well, Cosmo, they're not here. So
Ah.
I imagine. And they weren't in Rhodes, so I imagine they went Saint Denis way.
Ah.
I didn't see them leave, though, sorry.
Oh, all right.
No problem. What's your name, by the way? I don't think we've met.
Oh, I am Fred.
Fred, alright. My name's Eli.
Nice to meet you. I live near here. We are neighbors.
Oh, wonderful. Well, feel free to stop by whenever you're around.
That's why Lip wanted me to relay a message because it was on the way.
Oh, well. Well, sorry that they're not here, but if they do come back, I'll pass on the message. But I imagine they've already gone that way.
All right then.
I'll leave you to it. I'm just out back if you need anything.
I'll be fine. I'm just gonna take a quick step to roads.
All right, no problem.
I live in the hut. The one with no road.
Oh, well. So you're, at least you're close by for telegrams and such. Well, you stay safe now. I'm here if you need anything. Is he talking to me still? No, he's not. Sundance. I heard about Sundance, but I think it was just in passing. Like, was it good over there? Not shooting a hawk. Not really far out here at the moment. Yeah. No, nowhere's gonna be perfect. Like, I like Wild West, but obviously there's lots of things they could change, and there's lots of things that work really well. Oh, over on Sundance? Oh, that's good. It's all about the RP, really, isn't it? I do think sometimes on this server there is a win mentality that's sometimes a bit overbearing. Not much to hunt around here. Yeah, that's always dangerous. Like, the people that can't just turn it off and take a step away. No, it's good to feel this stuff on the RP, but you have to remember that, after all, it is roleplay. But then a lot of the people I do it with is great. Like Cosmo, for example. We have that back and forth, and it's quite intense, and then we'll talk about how great it was later. There's no... Let's see if there's anything out here. river or is it on the side? That's the question. No, it's not. It's right there. There's one right here, actually. Let's get the one. No view. Come on, eat it. One from that. I don't know. I'm thinking Eli might be a bit of a crafter in a way. Like he's gonna be like a hands-on sort of person. So I don't think he'll mind like chopping wood and going to the mines. I've never actually been to the mines on any of my characters. Yeah. And I found chopping wood tedious when I used to do it. But I think he would do it. I think he wants to be quite self-sufficient and not need to rely on money. I heard a pig. I think. I can hear grunting. Might not be a pig though. That's definitely a pig. Where are they? Where's that hog? I can hear it. I just can't see. Oh. Where are you going? It's a jackrabbit, that's not it. I heard them, where are they? And I can hear a turkey. I want the turkey, I want the pig over here, there's the one over there. I'm also conscious that might be someone's camp. Oh my god. There you are. Ah, damn it. Oh, you're injured though. Is that enough to put it down? Should be. Poor kill though. Don't like that. Yeah, if you can get renowned for it, you could also maybe do lessons in horse riding, because I think that's RP that's missing as well. I think that would be a really good RP. Have someone who gives horse riding lessons. Oh, I died. Is it still alive? I'm sorry, buddy. You just died. Okay, well that's one way to die.
One of those days.
You're telling me. Okay, so I heard pigs in the other direction too, so maybe I can find them. I think they put their cooking pot inside the house, so I can just cook some food inside the house. Oh, where are you? There you are. You're running. Oh, missed. Did I kill it with that second one? No, I didn't. Where are you? God damn it. Okay, you're over here. Oh, you're still alive, okay. But yeah, obviously Eli wants to be is a private investigator, but wants to be one in the state. But I don't want to set up his own company because Arguay has one, and I really want that to take off for him. So. I'm not too bothered about them. Just want the meat. Hey, horses. Riding across the bridge. Where's that person with the long hair again? Are they going to the house? Or are they going to their house? I think they're going to their house. Where's my horse gone? Is that they're flying? Oh, that's the dogs. Oh, they've disappeared. Don't think they're around. Nope. They've despawned. Learning the trick of knowing if they've despawned or just wandered off has saved me so much time. Oh, I'm not going to go anywhere else tonight. I'm not going to do a cooking. Do I have my cooking pot on me? I don't, do I? Put it on the horse. Oh, for fuck's sake. I guess I went to bed then. The earliest I've logged down in ages. Get that wire out of the way. That rope's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be not really annoying. There you go. There's a silhouette. No. Coming back. That I can see, but I don't think can't hear anyone. Yeah. And thank you for joining me, Juicy. Feels very weird to call it you Juicy, but we'll go with it. Have fun with whatever you do, and if not, I will. I'll catch you next time I'm on. It'll be Friday. No, it's pretty well listed.